Welcome back to the shop, everybody. I have some of my tools from last time. I cleaned these up, made them a little bit shinier, these vintage tools. About to go to the shop. This level is going to be sold for $9.99. You can put your thoughts in the comments if you would like, whether you think it's too low, too high. That's fine. Opinions are welcome. A lot of these Grease Monkey gloves. I bought a big pack of them. I only need a couple here for the shop, so I'm selling each pair for $1.99. I believe they're large size gloves. Got my protractor. Doing some research on these protractors, I came to $9.99 as well. I don't sell everything for $9.99, but it is a common price. Got these Lufkin tape measures right here. I cleaned some of the rust off of them. I don't do a full restoration because it's not really worth it to do a full restoration, but I clean this, I guess I'll call it leather. Clean the metal up, make them presentable. 100-foot tape measure is a handy thing to have. And these Lufkin tape measures, they are really good stuff. Here's the other one. It's a white clad version. Lufkin HW226 steel tape, 100-foot. These are really, really cool. And they look pretty good after you clean them up a little bit. I mean, they're not perfect, but they're close.
This video is brought to you by Yellow Jacket.
This is the Skil 12-volt brushless drill. I love this thing. It is a beast for the size. Pretty good power, RPM. Just a nice handy tool. It can drive in these full-length construction screws. There they go. Full-length construction screws, 2.5 inches. That's full length. Ordered some of these socket holders because I take these socket holders and I have the great wall of sockets over here, and if I make a set, then I can put them on the socket holders and sell them in the store. I got these socket holders from Temu because they're really, really cheap. I don't want to add a lot of price to the sets that I'm making, so they're perfect. Good thing about these sets too, I can snap these ends off. I can cut them down to size if I don't need a full length like this. And I can take some of them off and mix match them if I want to. Some of the little holders, there's 3/8, 1/2 inch and 1/4, but I can do whatever I want with them. It's adjustable. All I gotta do is cut it off and I can put one of the little stoppers wherever. Got a bunch of these pegboard hooks to use to hold the power tools, a whole variety. And some new 4-inch regular pegboard hooks, 1/4 inch, to go in the pegboard to hold the tools. And there's some of the ones I took out and exchanged them with the black ones, but they're really nice. In this bucket, I have a lot of the clearance items that I have at the store, things that just haven't sold. Maybe they're oddball items or I have a lot of something. I have a whole lot of the speed handles, even though I think they're really nice. Like this PNC. I'm marking them down to like a really nice price, I think, in order to move them out of the store because there's just so many of them. Like I could tell to somebody this would be a great wrench, but it's just not for everybody for sure. But you can tell it's a really nice one from Proto to 2617, inch and 1/16. So a very specific job for this thing. Just like the Ken tool here, I've never used one of these. If you know where you would use one, it seems like I looked it up at some point, but I forget what it is. So if you know how you use one or where, let me know. You can tell it's a nice tool because someone has notched it to identify it as theirs. Here's another cool one right here. This is a GM, let's see, vintage GM jack wrench. Marked it down to $5.99 because not a lot of people need this thing. But to somebody, it's going to be perfect. But because it's just such a small group of people, you got to lower the price a little bit. There's some more stuff like this big wrench. This is Williams or Bonnie. Let's see. Bonnie. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. Old school songs with Zach. Here's a frustration. I was restoring this plane and it would have looked beautiful and been worth a good deal of money, like for planes. But down here, there's a little piece that has a notch on it that sticks up that allows you to shift the blade slightly. Now this is an example of what one of these pieces look like. It would rest, something like this, reverse of this, let's put it backwards. Rest like this, and there'd be a rod going through this hole that would go through the hole there. And then when you unscrew this and screw this in, it would shift it back and forth. That's not the one that goes on here. It's another one I had because the one for this one was missing. So everything is on this except for that little piece. So either I lost it, which is completely possible, or a lot of the planes come incomplete because I have a whole box of planes that need at least one part. But the good thing is I see enough of them that I'm able to put some together. Order supplies from the website that's made for the skilled trades. Find thousands of parts from hundreds of brands in just a couple clicks at supplyhouse.com. Last but not least, got a Craftsman USA 3/8 here. This is the 43784. So they're in good working order. These little breakers with the sliding drive here. These are Craftsman USA. Got a 1/2 inch and a 3/8. See, someone has notched it here. So you know it's a good tool when they're notching them. From Plum. Plum's good stuff. This is going to be Blue Point. It's a little roached out, but it's in pretty good shape here. Specific tool. This is a nice specific tool here. Some other odds and ends here, but I'll get back with you on some of this other stuff, guys. Just want to touch base with you, show what's coming through the shop here, what I'm working on. If you have any comments or questions down below, don't matter what's about. You can ask about HVAC. You can ask about tools or the power tools I'm testing on the other channel. Ask about Godzilla. He's being repaired for Jackson, my son. He has a little bit of plastic epoxy, or epoxy for joining plastic. We'll see how well that works.